Hello and welcome to From Garden to Plate. I am Alice Erickson, the creator of this channel on YouTube. Throughout the content of this channel, I will be teaching you my tricks and tips that will give you an amazing yield in your garden, and when you get to the point of preserving, how to utilize that item into everyday cooking. I will also be covering how to preserve such things as spices, salsas, and sauces. If that interests you, please like and subscribe. In today's episode, I will be covering how to clean up your garden bed box and wings. I'm going to make up my own dry spice for them. I will be utilizing my Asian wing sauce, which is on fire. So I will cool it down a little bit by adding a little bit of sweetness and butter, of course, that are there for it to attach. Please stay tuned. It is the perfect time to start getting the weeds out of the garden beds. I have made the mistake in the past to wait too long to just before I was going to till and over the dirt, and the weeds would take over and it would just be too much to deal with. So what I do is I go in and take a little bit out of a time about a month prior, and it's much easier that way. The tools that I'm going to be using is a little hand shovel. This right here is to get the dirt off the back of the roots when I do pull out a weed. And then I have the big shovel for the really big weeds, and sometimes I have to pull grass out. It is the perfect time to grab the weeds right now because they're just starting to come back and they haven't fully taken over the box. So I'm going to show you how I do this. I go in and dig it out, grab the back of it, shake it, take out as much dirt as I can. I will pile it up and put it in my yard waste. You don't want to throw away dirt because that's what nutrients are in the soil. This is why I shake it out. Wings! Yes! I love them! Now I'm going to teach you how to make them and how to utilize your wing sauce. So I like to do a dry rub first, and that is a combination of black peppercorn, smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, Himalayan sea salt. The amounts that I do is 2 teaspoons of the Himalayan, 2 teaspoons of the garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of the onion powder. We only have a half a teaspoon of the smoked paprika and a quarter of a teaspoon of the peppercorn. I will process it into my grinder and get it ready to put over 2 packages of 5.5 pounds of wings. Oh yeah. I have prepared a cookie sheet with a wire rack. I took the time of spraying both sides with avocado oil, non-stick, and I lined the cookie sheet with paper towel. I am going to be putting the wings into the fridge for at least an hour, because what the fridge helps you do is it dries out the skin a little bit in complement of the salt that is in your rub. And it will help enhance the texture of the crispiness later on. So I am going to add my seasoning, my dry rub, right over the wings. And I will use my hands, and I will rub them all in, and then I will place them right onto my prepared rack. Doesn't take long. Just make sure you rub every one of them best you can consistently. We got plenty of seasoning, so there's no worry for that. Smells so good. Alright, So then I evenly lay them right onto the rack here. And then I will place them into the fridge for an hour, like I said before. Take them out, prepare the cookie sheet in order to go into the oven. I am preheating the oven to 450, and then once I place the wings in there, I will drop the temperature down to 425. The time that they will be baking is 30 minutes. I will then take them out and place them into my air fryer to finish in order to make them extra crispy. In the meantime, I will be making my sauce, which is a homemade recipe that I combine super chilies, cayennes, garlic, ginger, and toasted sesame seeds, which makes it all Asian. And how I do that is I combine everything into a pot, and those consist of 2 tablespoons of butter, unsalted, so therefore it won't mess with the flavorings, 1/2 cup of the sauce, and to take the little bit of the heat off, I use 1 tablespoon of agave, which is nice to use because it's already in liquid form. I have started the sauce under the temperature of just medium on my gas stove. I'm going to wait till the butter is melted just a little bit, and then I will be using a whisk in order to make sure the combination of everything is very consistent. The sauce is finally getting nice and melted with the butter, so I just take my whisk, like I said earlier, and I go around several times just to make sure that the melted butter is combined with the rest of the ingredients to have a nice consistency of a sauce. Preheat your air fryer to the manufacturer's recommendations for wings. You're only going to do between 5 to 10 minutes on the wings because most of it's getting done in the oven. Some people are like, oh, why don't you just do the entire wings in the air fryer? Wouldn't that make more sense? Well, the reason is when you have an air fryer, even a big one, you have to rotate the trays in and out and open the door a lot. So for me, I found it a lot better when you completely do it in the oven and only just do the final crisp in the air fryer. Comes out really nice that way. You can do the sauce on your wings in 2 different ways, and that is take a big bowl. Once the wings are right out of the air fryer, put them in there and then pour the sauce right over. Mix really quickly with a big spoon, good to go. Or you can just put them in a little side bowl and dip it in there, whatever you prefer. Just add in the sauce over the wings. Just pour it right in. Take a nice big spoon and just mix it on up. Look at that steam. It's time for the taste test. Hear that crunch? The sweet does balance the heat. Very good. Hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching today.